Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time. Do me a favor, let me know if the sound's coming through okay. It is Saturday, February 5th, and this is our weekly live stream. I answer any and all questions. At least I do my best to get to all of the questions. If you just want to say hi, do me a favor, say hi. Hi again, like every week, we'll go through and recognize you for tuning in. A couple of things. If you're new to the channel, first, welcome. Do me a favor, like, subscribe, comment. We need to get the YouTube algorithm realizing that one rental at a time is different. This YouTube channel is different for several reasons. First and foremost, we do a daily financial show. We've been doing it for 1,000 days in a row, and it's not meant to scare you. It's not meant to be to the moon. It is just meant to be what's going on. We occasionally do over-unders, and I have been focused on the consumer for 30 plus years. So if that excites you, like, subscribe. I do my best to start those shows at 7:30 a.m. With an exception on Thursdays, because as you will see, round two that makes one rental at a time different is I bring back 8, 9 millionaires every week to talk about 3 topics that should interest you. It is no doubt that I produce a lot of original content. In fact, I've averaged 5 videos a day for almost 2 years. I do not expect anyone to watch all 5. That is why I take great care to make the titles interesting. So please watch the ones that are interesting to you. I think watching the daily financial news is a good habit. I think that is probably one you should watch, because again, if there's anything that's changing, if I'm changing what I'm doing, that is where you will hear it first. That is kind of our daily touch point. And then again, if you have your favorite experts, you should know that they have a playlist. Each of our experts now has probably over 100 hours of material, whether it's Dion, Matt, Anna, Greg, Jonathan, the list goes on and on and on and on. We are bringing on new experts like Todd Baldwin from CNBC Millennial Money. We will be interviewing Millennial Mike here shortly later. I want to get different viewerships. I want to get different opinions. I am somebody who is hungry to understand, and even dabbling in stocks, something that should shock most of you if you follow my channel. I have a friend of mine who's been doing technical trading for 20 plus years, and he's trying to help me understand this new language. So Dan, shout out to you. So again, I'm here trying to make some money. I'm trying to help you. I'm sharing with you what we do every day, and pretty cool stuff. So first thing we need to talk about is the 40-year mortgage that I brought to you yesterday. It, to be clear, is 10 years of interest only, followed by a normal 30-year amortization loan, hence 40 years. It is a brand new product. I personally haven't tried it yet. Like you, I learned about it yesterday. I have lots of questions. If it's not obvious when you watch my interviews, I don't prep anyone. I don't do anything. We just dive in and we get what we get. That interview was, it's one of those interviews that left me going, need to get those guys back, need to ask more questions. I do not. There's a couple of things. If you follow one rental at a time, and if you're one of my students, hear me here. Do not change our spreadsheet that calculates cash on cash to a 40-year mortgage. That is not approved. I do not bless that. That's not okay. We must compare apples to apples. We don't. If you've watched my channel for a year or more, you know I've been very uncomfortable with the idea of a 40-year mortgage. I still believe in the fact that you should eventually own your home, right? Free and clear. Not quite Dave Ramsey, like pay it off as soon as you buy it, but when you get close to being retirement, it's a good idea to have it free and clear, or at least almost free and clear. So I've been very, reluctant to get behind the idea of a 40-year mortgage. I assumed, because we've been talking about it, you can research on my channel, I assumed that FHFA, the government organization, I assumed that they would bring the 40-year mortgage to the owner-occupied market as a way to beat out investors. Again, even in that example, I'm like, that's going to hurt. That's going to leave a mark. That's, you know how much you do the math, folks, do the math. You know how much interest you're going to pay? It's, it's, um, it's a lot. However, I understand that maybe you are in a situation where that makes sense. I'm going to bring them back. I'm trying to schedule it for Thursday because I have a lot more questions. But I don't want you to think that I'm pro or against. I just want you to realize that if you're in my course, do not change the spreadsheet. And I'm very hesitant to kind of bless a 40-year mortgage. It just feels uncomfortable. Maybe if, 50 years ago, whenever the 30-year mortgage came out, I'd have the same kind of apprehension. I don't know. I've got to get comfortable. Like you, I've only known about this product for less than 24 hours. I guess maybe a little bit longer because I recorded that in the morning. So I don't know. I guess 24 plus 12, 36 hours. So yeah, I got to ask more questions. So again, some of you have responded to that video saying it's a terrible idea. I get it. Some of you replied to that video saying it's the most wonderful thing since sliced bread. I get it. I understand where you're coming from. I'm not on either side yet. But I can tell you, I have not done one. I've not done a deal with these guys yet. Not that I won't, but as you know, I spent the last year or so getting 30-year money fixed. So I definitely will give them a shot, but I haven't used them yet. I met them a day and a half ago. So let's see. Let me know. If you guys reach out to them, let me know what you think. Based on the comments, a lot of you have. Please send me a DM on Instagram or send me an email. Let me know what you think. I'm happy to test these guys out. It's an interesting product. It's a product that I didn't think would happen. Yeah, do the math. Do the math. So, yeah. That was a pretty cool interview. That was a pretty cool interview. So, let's say hello to everyone. Let's see where we're going to go today. Good morning, Nathan. Good morning, Better Homes. Good morning, Nathan. Tamika, how are you? Good morning, Nathan. All my questions are about the 40-year mortgage and your comments about it in the daily financial, but it sounds like you plan on covering it. Yeah, Nathan, feel free to ask questions if I missed them in my wrap up. But yeah, it's worth a phone call. Just like all these things, sometimes it sounds better than it is. Maybe there's hoops. If you watched yesterday's video, I tried to dig in. I tried to find where's the other stuff. So again, we're all going to go through this together. It could be great, could be bad. It's a lot of interest though, but I don't know. It's going to be, I'm going to have them back. So please keep asking. 40-year rates are a terrible idea. Okay. Thanks, Barry. Oh, John, good morning. Sorry, I missed you. Investa Wealth, good morning. Better Home Rental. Wow, I think the words game changer may be appropriate. 40-year, 10-year interest only. Yeah, it's don't use it to compare deals. That's my big fear. The other thing that I think happens is if this loan product is what was advertised to all of us yesterday, my suspicion is it takes off and it forces FHFA to do something similar for owners. And all this does is increase demand, which makes prices shoot higher. We live in a payment society. Do you want to know why trucks cost $100,000 now? It's because you can pay them off over 7 or 10 years. You want to see housing explode? Have a 40-year and then a 50-year, then a 100-year mortgage. Have a lifetime mortgage. I mean, geez. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. MN from blow off top in real estate 2020 to 22 before the meltdown. Iman, it's all about the lending. I'm starting to see early signs of pretty crazy lending. We got to watch the down payment skin in the game. There's record equity. There's $9.6 trillion in tappable equity, which is above 20%. So I don't see a blow off top in 2022. But if you've read my book, One Rental at a Time, you know that I will be tracking the affordability index. Rates shooting up affect affordability. Prices shooting up affects affordability, but so does wages. So I think if you're looking for a blow off top like '06, you're going to be greatly disappointed in 2022. But I'm wrong all the time. Just ask Olivia. Can you do analysis spreadsheet comparing 30-year versus 40-year with? I certainly could. I want to ask them more questions first. But I can tell you, I've already done the 10-year. So basically, here's the deal, right? So I did this math yesterday in my head. So let's say you have a 100K loan. It could be a million, but it doesn't matter. It's the same math. You can have a 100K loan, and let's say it's 4% interest, just for easy math. That means you're going to be paying $4,000 a month or $4,000 a year, and then you times that by 10. That's 40 grand. And then you do your normal 30-year amortization. You're paying an extra 40% in total interest of your purchase price. That's a lot of interest. I do not think the program that was outlined yesterday is all that good for owner occupants. I mean, that's just a lot of interest. Could it make sense for investors in certain deal scenarios? Maybe. If you are in a scenario where you look to get out, like you're going to buy if you're going to buy a value add property where you're like 30 points under market and you need 2 years or 3 years to get there, there could be absolutely ways that make sense. My fear, again, fear, capital letters, is everybody sees this. They stop looking at 30 years and they only do 40 years, which just means prices will go up. You'll sign up for 10 extra years of debt. I'm not Dave Ramsey pay off debt, but I'm also not pile on debt forever. I mean, there's got to be a median. I would like you to get, like, if you're 20 and you're building your portfolio, I get it. But if you're 50, like me, I don't know, man. I'm so uncomfortable, but I've been uncomfortable with the idea for a long time. So maybe I just need to get used to it. I don't know. Chester, only reason I think of 40-year money being useful is for refi after the few years into 20 years. Yeah, I mean, that's why I got to ask more questions. Like, is there I don't think I asked yesterday about prepayment penalties. Is it a falling escalator like 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? Is it a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? Right? What does that look like? Can I refi in the first 10 years, or is it crazy? I mean, there's lots more questions to ask. I tried to do my best yesterday, but yeah. Oh man, I almost thought you were about to say a 50-year product. Yeah, can you imagine? Somebody told me one time that there's a European country, or maybe it's Hong Kong. Some of you might know. There's a country, I believe, and again, I've been told, I haven't done the research, that has a 100-year mortgage. I'm going to look that up later because that seems crazy. What about analyzing a deal, a 30-year AM, buying cash flow and a great deal based on 30-year, but with 40-year IO to increase cash flow early in the investing career to get a snowball? Nathan, that feels like the right idea. Again, I got to know more. I've known about it for 36 hours, but please do not compare. Always, always, always compare 30-year money. Always. You can't do apples and oranges all of a sudden. It gets noisy. But it's worth a phone call. Absolutely worth a phone call. I don't know these guys yet. I met them yesterday. I don't know. For all I know, they have terrible customer service. A lot of you are going to be reaching out. Let me know. Let us all know. We're gonna learn this together. One rental at a time, man. I bring you people that I meet. They reached out to me. They had an exciting product. I wanted to ask some questions. So instead of just keeping it all to myself, I did a live interview, recorded it, and posted it. You could see in the interview, I was going through questions, as they came to me. So I enjoy bringing you hot topics, and we're going to find out together. So if you reach out to the guys, I think it was Dustin and Jonathan. Jonathan for sure. I think it's Dustin. I should have wrote that down. Do I have it somewhere? I don't know that I do. Do I have the interview from yesterday? Anyways, I think it's Dustin and Jonathan. Let me know what you think. Jose, good morning. Corey, do you invest in condos or townhouses? I'm sorry, it's not Corey. It's Carrie. My mistake. Sorry about that. I do own I own a couple of condos. One as an investment. They got to be great deals. I bought a condo for cash in 2014, maybe 2015. It was a busted condo, crazy association. It's still crazy association fees, but yeah, you got to watch the numbers. The rules that you have to operate by, plus condo association fees. A lot of people look at condos and townhomes because they're cheaper, but when you take my course and you do the math, you realize the yield's not better. Cheaper is not the point. Cheaper has never been the point. Lots of people get attracted to cheaper, realizing you can go broke buying cheap. So you can go broke buying condos and townhomes. You just got to watch the association. Don't get enamored with the price because maybe there's some other stuff. Yep. Hey Jeffrey, thank you. Hope you're feeling good, man. My puppies, they are asleep in their little tents. That's good stuff. Miguel, good morning. How are you? 40-year mortgage. Who would have thunk? Oh wait, we all knew it was coming. Yes, you and I talked about it. We knew it was coming. I'm actually shocked that the 40-year mortgage came to investors first, but it's here. I bet you, I mean, yeah, it's here. Yeah. Good morning, Dion. How are you? Prasanna, good morning. Tamika, for the newbies, what did you prioritize when getting to 4 rentals? Building reserves or saving for a down payment for another rental? Oh, that's a very good question. I've never been asked it in that way. For me, reserves were a priority ever since unit 1. Remember, Tamika, when I got into this arena, I'd already lost 150 grand in the stock market and felt like a complete idiot and failure. I was never going to be put into a situation where I lost everything or lost something because I didn't have reserves. Something you learn in this business is reserves are critical, important. Something I think I wrote in the book. I believe if I didn't, I should have. I think I did. Never touch your reserves. I have a separate bank account. I hear me here. If I found the deal of the decade, or shoot, I found the deal of the millennia, and the only way I could get it is by using my reserves, I would not buy it. No deal, even the deal of the millennia, is worth risking my entire portfolio. So I prioritized reserves and then saving for down payment. Hopefully that makes sense. Nathan, question. I see companies doing 40-year with 10-year interest free, followed by normal 30 years. Doing this saves my 12-year for 10 years at the same rate. One more time. Let me see. I see companies doing 40-year with 10-year interest for interest free, followed by 30 years. Yep, that's what we talked about yesterday. Doing this saves my 12. Saves my 12. I'm not sure, Nathan, what the last thing is. Can you try that again? Doing this saves my 12 a year for 10 years. I think you're trying to say it saves you 12. Are you trying to say it saves you $12? I'm not sure. One more time, Nathan. Type below. I'm sorry. I need more coffee. William, good morning. How long do you think till owners can refinance into 40-year mortgages? Not sure I feel about 40-year mortgages. Oh, I'm very apprehensive about 40-year mortgages. I mean, the only reason my parents were able to have any kind of financial comfort is because their house had a lot of equity because it'd been almost paid off. Yeah, I'm uneasy. Hopefully that's coming through. But I also am a realist and realize that people are going to jump on it because most people are financially illiterate. And it also means that prices are going to go up and we're going to make a lot of money because we own a lot of houses. It's just the 40-year mortgage thing as I kind of chew on it. It's hitting me from all angles. But to your first part of your question, when do you think they can refinance into 40-year mortgage? First, I just wanted to be clear. Some people are doing it now. I don't know if you know this, but one of the resolutions from the foreclosure forbearance as they do loan workouts is a 40-year mortgage. So it's already happening. When do I think it becomes mainstream, which I really think is your question? I'm going to go next year, 2023. It's right around the corner, maybe 2024, but I think 2023. We live in such a payment society with so much financial illiteracy, yeah, that I think it's pretty soon. And again, what does that mean? That means payments can go down for a little bit, and then values go up, and then the payments are right back. It's just yeah. Dakota, I own a title agency, and all of the QM and non-QM loans I see at closing are getting tighter on the LTV on the 30-year cash out, as well as DCR with rate, while rates go up. Yeah, Dakota, I believe I've been doing this a long time. I play both in the QM and non-QM space. Lending is going to get tighter. We are in a rising rate environment, and that is why, Dakota, I spent the last 9 months creating dry powder. Because as I wrote in that great book right there, right? How do I do this? Right there. Get it on Amazon or Audible. I remember trying to borrow money when banks would not lend. So when banks want to lend and rates were low, I got some cash, so I could be ready when the pain ensues, which eventually will happen. AB, only people who expect appreciation will do 10 years interest only. Sounds like a big gamble. I don't know that that's true. What I've seen in the last 12 hours, some people hate the 40-year program. Some people think it's the best thing since sliced bread. I think it's somewhere in between. It's not black or white. It's not blue or red. It's sometimes it works. I do think that the average person will look at the lower payment and buy it. I think there'll be lots and lots of people that buy it without thinking. So I agree with that. But man, there are some situations where it makes sense. There just is. I don't know. It's just weird. Adrian, congrats on catching the live. 8 a.m. Most Saturdays. Don't forget, I think the Lumberjack goes live on Thursday with his wife, and then Sunday, and then Dion's on Tuesdays. We got the three amigos giving back every week. Can you guys realize, given what those guys do, what is it, like 5? We must give 10 hours of live Q&A, the three amigos. It's crazy. You guys need to subscribe to Dion and Lumberjack's channels. They give back in so many amazing ways. Show them some love. Good morning, JC. I thought what that was Japan. Oh, it could have been Japan. The 100-year mortgage. It might have been Japan. Yeah, it might have been Japan in the 80s. I remember reading about it. I actually remember it had to be Japan because I remember talking about it in one of my econ classes. It might have been a finance class, actually. I think it was a finance class. 100-year mortgages. It's crazy. Crazy. Which are still junk. Japan had 100-year mortgages. Thanks, guys. You guys are awesome. Jeffrey, FYI, the government uses zillion year debt in form of bonds. They never pay off. Merely borrows more, roll it over debt. When the bond is due, the debt is cleared when government dies. Oh, that's funny. Nathan, I have reached out to Jonathan and Dustin and will share what I find out. Thanks, Nathan. Let me know. Again, I don't know if it was obvious given my randomness of questions yesterday. It's the first time I spoke with them. So, yeah, let's find out. Carrie, my wife and I had a condo in Boulder, Colorado area, and we basically break even because of HOA. Low maintenance, though. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I said Corey again. My mistake. Carrie. Yeah, I think condos can work. You just got to run the numbers and realize the HOA can go up. Oh, appreciation has been nice. Congratulations. Appreciation has been nice. If you've owned real estate in the last 2 years, appreciation 99% of the time has been pretty amazing. Persona, sorry. Love your Jason Hartman interview, but 12% increase in price seems crazy. Maybe his market TXFL. Yeah, maybe Texas and Florida. Yeah, again, I love Jason Hartman. Jason Hartman was somebody I followed a decade ago. To have the luxury of speaking with him was really, it was an honor. I actually did have, I think I said it. I don't know if I said it pre-roll or not, but I had goosebumps speaking with him. I do think 12% is high for the nation. I think it would be more like 8. I said that 2 months ago. I'm sticking with that. But hey, I don't know. You get 40-year mortgages out, it'll go up 20%. It's just, we're in a payment society. It's crazy. Are the buyer's children required to sign the 100-year mortgage yet? That's funny. Tip your hat and hit the like button in case we forgot. Yes, hit the like button, subscribe. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't know if you guys read Business Insider. I think it's called Business Insider. But Todd Baldwin from CNBC fame got me interviewed. My article went out today about Olivia and I. Let me see if I got the URL right. You have to be a member, though, I think. Yeah, businessinsider.com. An article about Olivia and I's journey came out today. I haven't read it all, but the couple of paragraphs I read is pretty cool. So, yeah, businessinsider.com. The title is Real Estate Investing, Build Wealth, Financial Independence, Retire Early, California. I don't know, that seems like a really long title. What is the title? What is the title? Hold on. Oh, a couple that owns more than 100 units and earns 100. Well, anyways, you can read 100 grand per month in rental income explains how they use real estate investing to retire in their 40s. That's the title of the article. And that's Olivia and us in front of the Golden Gate Bridge. Yeah, it's a yeah. I got to read the whole thing. I haven't read it yet. What else? Tip your hat. Yeah, subscribe, like, comment. Thank you. You guys are funny. You guys are awesome. Hi, Francisco. How are you? Good morning, Roldan. How are you? With such a big property portfolio now, how do you decide what reserves you need? Again, this is not for everyone. I think Dion and Matt and oh no, did it come out yesterday? Oh no, it did. Three Amigos. It came out yesterday. Basically, we've been doing this for such a long time. We went back to our portfolio. We looked at our yearly reviews for 2 or 3 years. This was like, what year are we in? 22? This was probably like 2015, 2016. We looked at our portfolio the last 3 years and we set a number. For us, it was 50 grand. And again, when I say reserves, that's I mean, like it's an emergency reserve. It's not CapEx, it's not operational, it's not down payment money. It is in a separate account just in case. I've been here. I've seen Murphy's. I don't know what it is about the law of three, but damn, sometimes three things break at the same time. And they're all expensive, and they always break in like the worst order. It's freaking crazy. So yeah, I know that seems like a big number, but you asked. It is what it is. Art, I'm late. Didn't we have a 40-year or 50-year mortgage right before the '08 housing crash? Art, a couple of people have mentioned that. I never heard of it. I never did. That doesn't mean it wasn't there. It just means my mortgage brokers and lenders. Again, I was only buying houses. Wait, I guess I had a duplex before the crash. I never heard of them. Maybe they were there. Maybe. I don't know. I could look. I don't know. It wouldn't shock me if we had some of that there. I don't know. Don't know. AB. Mortgage companies are also purchasing adjustable rate mortgages a lot more now. They leave so many voicemails nowadays. It's hard to even block them all. Yeah, I've gotten 3 calls already today. Do not. I don't know why anybody would get an ARM today. I'm sure there's 1, 2, 3% reasons why. If you're in my course or following me, 30-year money. Only use 30-year money. Their interest rate. Folks, I do this business every day. I spent 9 months getting my apartments on 30-year fixed rate money with Velocity Mortgage. So I believe 30-year money. Fixed rate 30-year money. Nathan. Oh, saves me $1,200. Thank you. Okay. Wow, $1,200 a month times 14. 14.4, yeah. There you go. Yeah. Nathan, I get it. I get it, man. I get it. That's why, Nathan, that's why I brought it to the channel. I get it. Yeah, you're right. Thank you for the math. I love real numbers. Now let's reach out to them and see what's what. See if there's any gotchas. See if we were led astray. I am not giving my approval, my blessing. I met these guys 36 hours ago, but it's worth a phone call. My hope is 10, 15, 20 of you reach out, let us know. And oh, by the way, if they got horrible customer service or they lied to us or misled us in any way, I will put them on blast. But at this point, I don't know. But do not use it to compare deals, please. Don't start comparing apples and watermelons. It's not the same. Good morning, Michael. I was listening to the clip yesterday with the guys with the 30 years or a 4 year guys that have 30 years or a 4 year. Can you put up some information about them and they do all 50 states? I don't recall if they do all 50 states. I seem to recall them saying, I don't know. I thought they said that Nevada was hard. Like there were a couple of states, but again, I don't know. I don't know. We have to figure it out together. I'm trying to bring them back Thursday this week, Thursday morning. And yeah, we got more questions. Yeah. Lots of people reach out to me to talk and share. We'll find out. Yeah. I don't know if they do all 50 states. I don't know. I would hope so, but I don't know. Because each state has their own rules, mortgage broker rules. Yeah, they're spamming. We're talking about all mortgage brokers. Yeah, very aggressive. Irishman, it's a dispersion attempt by the Fed banking industry to keep the market pumped up and keep the suckers borrowing. I don't, I'm not sure I want to put this one on the Fed. It's certain, again, who's going to make a lot of money with 40-year mortgages? Banks. Because the average person holds a loan 8 years. Yeah, I don't know if I put it on the Fed, but it's certainly going to be a way for the banks to make a ton of money and Wall Street to make a ton of money. I'm not sure if I'm going to put it on the Fed. No, I would put it on the Fed if this came out for owners first. Then I could point at the Fed. I don't think that's fair. I don't think so. But whatever. That's my opinion. What do I know? I think 40 years is great to keep housing prices up. Oh, for sure. But you got to realize, I think this is still mainly for owner occupants. But yeah, let me be very, very clear. And I think Dion and I have talked about this. Matt and I have talked about this. Anna and I have talked about this. 40-year mortgages come out for owner occupants. Prices go up. We live in a payment society. I did the math. I remember like 9 months ago, I did the math. Prices will go up 12% like that, simply with an extra 120 months of payments. 12%. Your property value will go up somewhere between 10 and 14%. I picked 12 because it's in the middle. If 40-year mortgages become common. It's just how it works, folks. You don't have to like it. You can call it garbage. It's still going to happen. It just is. I think we're in the 40s and are going into rising rates for 35-year cycle. So the 40-year mortgage might be the best product. It could be. Well, I mean, yeah. Again, for me, it's the 70s, but it doesn't matter. The people that won the 1970s were people that bought real estate in 70, 71. They had the lowest rates and the lowest price. It just is what it is. Yeah. What's do the work thing behind me? Oh, this is simply a notebook with empty pages. This do the work thing, it's what I have on one of my hats. It is, and then this is the wrapping paper that I had the people create for Christmas. Yeah. It's just all my famous quotes. Need versus want, cash flow, time in the market beats timing. Notebook. I got stickers and stuff now. Yeah. Go to onerentalatatime.com. You can get this. I think it's like $15 or something. But yeah, I like it. That's Richie Rich. I like him. Romero Brito, I think, is the artist. Brito. I like Brito stuff. Color. I like color. That's actually, I got a bunch of Brito stuff. That's bookends. I got the apple over there behind Steph Curry. Got something else. Oh, you can't see it. I got one more that you can't see. It's behind my chair. Does the new jobs report revise anything in the we need a recession course correct conversation earlier? No, so the great jobs number doesn't impact the recession. The great jobs number impacts rates. Rates are going to go up. I believe they're going up by a half. We have one more number this Thursday that could prevent the Fed from doing a half. but that would only be if CPI crashes. And you and I both know that's not going to happen. Let's assume CPI is over 7%, which last month it was at 7, and they're expecting 7.2. And I'm currently over under at 7.4. Rates are going up half a point. About the recession conversation, the Fed needs a recession. It doesn't want a recession. The Fed needs a recession. If we have the roaring 20s right now, inflation's going to spiral out of control more than it is now, and we are going to need a Paul Volcker moment that's going to be nasty. We need a recession. We can't keep kicking the can down the road. We need to pay for it now, or the interest payment later is going to be horrible. Horrible. Carrie, thoughts on Ken McElroy? First and foremost, Ken McElroy had a book that came out that was one of the first 10 books I read. I think he's extremely knowledgeable. I think Ken McElroy heart is in the right place. I think he is a tremendous real estate apartment investor. I think he is a syndicator. I think his track record in single family homes is atrocious. He came out with a video about a year ago, maybe 18 months ago, where he said housing was going to crash 40, single families were going to crash 40%. I reacted to that very aggressively. I even reached out and said, Ken, let's bet 10 grand to our charities of our choice because there's no chance that happens. I think Ken needs to stay in apartments. I think his track record in single family homes is pretty atrocious. But again, if Ken McElroy writes a book, I'm going to read it. I think he is generally a good dude. I would love to interview him someday. I think his heart's in the right place. But he when do you think the last time Ken McElroy looked at a single family home? I mean, really? I looked at single family homes 45 minutes ago. I don't think a single family home moves the needle for Ken McElroy. He's probably worth what, $100 million? Yeah, he's not looking at single family homes. Jose, what are the pros and cons of a 40-year mortgage to investors? First off, lots more interest. We got to dig into it more. I'm going to bring it back Thursday. The pros is obviously increases cash flow. I mean, do the math. All right, just do the math. I think Nathan did the math for us earlier, and it saves him $1,200 a month. That's real money. But you are signing up for a much longer mortgage. So maybe it makes sense as you're building your portfolio. Probably doesn't make sense if you're 60. It's just something else to think about. I mean, 40-year mortgages are here. I can't believe it. I thought they'd come to owner ox first, but they came to investors. It's pretty interesting. My refi appraisal came back lower than anticipated because my appraiser didn't find comps with 5 bedrooms and couldn't adjust any from 3 bedrooms. Oh, you got a bad appraiser. Do you think I should still refi if I'm getting cash of about 18K? Property will still cash flow well. I don't know. For me, it's the longer term. I mean, I don't know all the variables. Let's say we were doing the refi. Let's say I was doing a refi. I was expecting 40K, but now I'm only going to get 18. For me, the 18 or the 40 is not relevant. It's what's the cash flow. You know thyself. Don't do an alligator. It doesn't matter. In fact, sometimes you got to take less money to move forward. But yeah, I mean, if you're refining out of an ARM into a 30-year fixed, yeah, I mean, I don't know enough to answer that question, but probably more reasons than not to complete it. JC, on reserves, your reserves is an emergency reserve, and then you have separate CapEx reserve. Correct. Yes, absolutely. Yes. My 50K example earlier, JC, was an emergency reserve. Correct. Irishman, desperation. Probably about the Fed, maybe. I'm not sure what that is resigned to. I co-signed for my brother's 3-family house in 06 at 40 years at 6.5%. Wow. There you go. We have evidence that 40-year mortgages were around in 06. I did not know that. Thanks, Con. I didn't know that. That's really cool. Very cool. Question for them: is there any prepayment penalty? Oh, I'm sure there is. The question is how long. I mean, every mortgage nowadays has prepayment. Is it 54321? Is it 765? I don't know. That's a great question for Thursday that I anticipate asking. Thank you. Yes. Reaching out to Convoy today. I have 3 existing SFRs and 1 triplex where their mortgage product could increase the monthly cash flow even more. Nice. Let me know what you think. Again, Chris, I don't know him yet. You and I met him at the same time, essentially. Let's find out. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. Yeah. Let me know what you think. Okay. News alert. Desktop appraisals are going mainstream with Fannie and Freddie allowing them from March their third party. Oh my God. Desktop appraisals. Oh, jeez. Yeah. That's going to be fun. Well, a home loan being a mortgage-backed security, how does this help Wall Street? Because they make fees on packaging and all of that. Wall Street is addicted to fees. 40 years at 6.5. That seems expensive. Well, that was in 06, so let's be clear. That was 2006 art. That was actually a decent rate in 06. Yeah, I'm hoping your brother Colin refied out of it, but yeah, that was 06 statement. Just closed on a 4-unit property in SoCal. Did the work. Long-term viewer. Thank you for all your great information and motivation. Awesome. I'm going to say Jane. Janie. Jane. Yeah. Please send me a direct message, and I will mail you one of these cards. This one went out to Chris and Colleen. Chris, here's your card. Actually, you got 2. They go out today. Got stamps on them already. Are desktop appraisals the same thing that killed Zillow iBuyer? No. Zillow's iBuyer. Remember, they had a internal project called Ketchup. You guys remember this? Ketchup. They were trying to become the dominant. I forget who they were trying to catch up to, but it was a bad algorithm. They were actually calculating appreciation into their purchase. That is so stupid. That's just dumb. Yeah. William, 10-year interest only make me think the lower payment will get people to spend more on not housing them. When the mortgage increase, people will be forced to move or refinance if they can't make the payment. I don't know. Again, I don't know. Again, it's the payment won't adjust that much. It will go up. Don't get me wrong, but the principal portion of the payment is not that much. It will certainly go up, but the interest. That's why I asked him yesterday. Does the interest rate adjust? That's what I assumed. I assumed that after 10 years, the interest rate would adjust. Hence, it would be a 40-year ARM, which I'd be like, ooh, yucky. What they told us yesterday is it stays at the same rate. It just starts to amortize. So I don't think the payment will go up that much. Also, it sounded like the deal is underwritten at full payment. But again, we're going to find out together. I've only known about it for 36 hours. It's still got work to do. Carrie, every get a primary loan for a kid or a parent with a loan in your name. Currently doing this for my mom in Colorado for third house. I've never done it. No, never done it. I don't think I would ever do it either. Would I do it for my daughter? No, I would find a different way. Yeah. No, I haven't done it. Would I do it for Teresa? I don't know. Probably. Honestly, probably. But yeah, I haven't had to do that. Seems like 40-year loan is like the toxic pick-a-payment loan that created the Las Vegas like nuclear bomb in 08. I obviously know all about those. I don't think it's the same thing because you're not growing the loan. That's the big difference. The difference with the pick-a-payment loans is that you are actually increasing the debt. That was so stupid. But again, folks, I'm not here or there on the 40-year yet. It's a new product I wanted to share. Yep. Happy Saturday, everyone. Hit the button. Yep. Awesome. What thought in investing in logistics, buy a truck versus real estate? Joseph, I think being an entrepreneur is awesome. Dion from Dion Talks, probably someone to talk to. He runs a trucking company. I don't know the difference. I don't have an opinion. but I can say being an entrepreneur has made people really rich. Somebody I talk to every Monday, Greg Dickerson, did something similar, grew to a 9-figure business. So I'm not qualified to answer the question. I think betting on yourself is a wonderful idea, but I don't know the upside or downside, so I can't compare. So, folks, I just noticed we got 104 people watching this live. Thank you, thank you, thank you, but only 48 thumbs up. That's not a very good ratio. Can you help me out? Thanks again. Paul V. Good morning, everyone. Don't know why, but thought we were not having Q&A today. Yeah, I think I mentioned on one of the interviews that I might be dealing with some family troubles at home, meaning a plumbing leak, but that got moved to Wednesday. So, yep, we're doing the live. All right, I think I got to everybody today. How about that? All right, let's see if there's any more questions that come in. Oh, here we go. Joseph, you're very welcome. Jeffrey, yep, puppies are sleeping still. AB, how will these new mortgage products affect mortgage-backed securities? Will they separate out the 10-year interest into security and then put the rest into a better rated security? I don't know. I can ask. I know somebody I would ask that to. I don't know. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I don't know. I have to ask. Buy a great deal, underwrote at 30-year, and then get the best product for cash flow if you are a buy and hold investor. Yep. Never. If you're one of my students, don't you dare change our spreadsheet. Don't start using 40 years to make your deals look great. Not blessed, not approved, no good. Nuh-uh. Thank you for all you do, all the amazing content, experts, info. Yep, awesome. Roldan, thank you. Did you ever tap into 401k for a loan? Absolutely. It's in my book. I've done it. I did it 10 or 11 times, maybe 12 times. I did it every year for 6 years. Yes, I used my 401k. Absolutely. How will MBS at 40 years affect Wall Street, good or bad? Adrian, I don't know the answer, but generally speaking, Wall Street doesn't do anything that's bad for them. They just don't. How many times do they sell a loan? Don't know, don't care, don't know. Can you take multiple loans at once, or do you have to repay the first loan first? I would call them and ask. I'm not really, as long as it's multiple assets, you could. They seem to be individually securitized. So, but again, ask them. No, my brother did not refinance. Oh my God. Oh, he was foreclosed. Whoops. He was on forbearance and came off of it. His credit is not so great, but I'm trying to help him refinance now. Okay. I thought that forbearance said foreclosed. Sorry. He was in forbearance. Okay. Yeah, you got to get out of that 6.5. Yep. All right, folks. I'm going to take a 10-minute break because I go from here and talk to my students at 9 a.m. So I want 10 minutes to rest my voice and read the article in Business Insider. Take care. Like, subscribe, comment, support Dion, Matt, Lumberjack, and Dion from Dion Talk. Take care. Bye.